I know that this is really difficult and it's really hard and it's really heartbreaking. Why you can't stop thinking about the narcissist? Why is it that this isn't like a normal relationship where you are able just to move forward and you're not just stuck in this one position? I know it's probably really frustrating and it leaves you thinking that maybe there's something wrong with you, but I assure you there isn't. This video, because I want to talk more about this. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video today, I wanted to look at, I had this client and I was really inspired by what we had kind of talked about, and it was about why is it that only in these dynamics it's really hard to stop thinking about the narcissist. It's really hard to, it's not that it's hard to let them go, because in our minds, in our hearts, we know that this person has been really bad, it's been really derogatory, it's been awful towards us. But why is it so hard, not just to let go, but to stop thinking about them? It's the thinking, it's the rumination that actually is the issue here. To be able to stop that and to be able to concentrate on your daily life, doing your things that you want to do, and be able to kind of move forward in that, rather than staying stuck where big chunks of your time, of your day, basically go because you're stuck thinking about them. Why, what, when, if I've done this differently, maybe if I've said that differently, things could have been different. And then you're stuck thinking, maybe I want them back, maybe I should have done this, maybe I should. Do you know, there's so many of you that this happens to, and this is what I'm talking about. This is after the relationship. This is not so much within the relationship, but just after. It could be you know what, it could be months or years even after, you know, the ending of this kind of dynamic that you had with the narcissist. But I feel I'm going to talk about this more in the video. But before I do, as always, just to let you know that I do go live on this channel once a week. And it is a great resource for those of you who may have questions, or there's something on your mind that you want to basically get answers to. I would say join the live, because you can get your question answered there and then. We've also got a supportive community that is basically happening alongside the live in the live chat. And if any of you are interested in joining the live stream, please do check out the description box below, but also do check out the community tab, because I post most of the information on there, so it'll be more up to date over there. So my friends, can't stop thinking about the narcissist even after everything is said and done. This can make you feel quite anxious and also quite depressed, because you're thinking about the different scenarios, the different things that have happened during this interaction with the narcissist, thinking about how things could have been different, what you could have done differently, how and what and why and when. But you know what I'm going to say to you is this. This relationship was always going to end. It was always going to end up in this position. You were never, this relationship wasn't built to last, okay? You weren't going to have this long relationship where you live happily ever after. It doesn't happen in these narcissistic dynamics. And I know for a lot of you, you're probably thinking, well, this person actually, you know, they've moved on, they're with this new person, they've been together for quite some time, and it looks like they're doing really well together, they're getting on and they're having a great time together. But actually, I would say to you, is that really what's happening? Do you really know what's happening behind closed doors? Because that person that the narcissist is with, all right, the narcissist isn't going to change. The same thing is going to happen. The same dynamic is going to happen. And I know a lot of you think that, oh, actually, maybe it was me. Maybe that's why the narcissist left, because it was me. No, it's not you. All right, when someone is toxic, they don't know that they're toxic. They know that they're causing anguish and upset and hurt to another person, to you. But it's almost as though they enjoy it. It's almost as though they want to keep that going, because actually it makes them feel good. So that's why they do it. That's why they continue to do it. That's why they don't seek help and they don't change. If someone doesn't change, if someone doesn't seek to understand why they behave like that, how they're impacting other people, then what is actually going to change? And it's like what I've talked about in another one of my videos. Like I've kind of said that, you know, if you replace someone with another person, how is that moving on? You're not moving on, because you're just replacing a person with another person. That's not really moving on. Doing the work, understanding yourself, self-actualizing, that is doing the work. So when you're thinking that the narcissist has moved on and they're with someone new, they're actually not. They've not done the work. This is going to happen the same is going to happen. With this person, it might take a lot longer for this person to actually realize and to understand what actually has happened. And if you think about their past record of how many people they've been with, like, it will give you an indication of what's going to happen next, because I'm sure they have a long line of exes, haven't they? So it causes us to think, you know, because if this is part of the trauma bond that we feel, it makes us feel that we are to blame. Because we're quite empathetic individuals, we internalize a lot of this. We internalize the blame, thinking that, you know, we could have done something different. We could have maybe said something different. And so we seek to do the work. Can you see how different it is here? Because a narcissist externalizes the blame. So they say everybody else is to blame, which is why they so frequently find new partners very quickly. Because again, there's no connection. They don't have that depth. Whereas what we do is we end up doing the work. We do think about it and we think like maybe this was us. But what we do is the opposite of the narcissist. We think that actually we have to change in some way, which causes us to overthink and ruminate on the fact that maybe if we were different in this relationship, things would have been different. But have you ever considered that maybe some of what was going on for you, some of the triggers that were coming up, this was reactive abuse. This person had made you feel this or say this or react in this way, especially. So what I'm trying to say is, you know how you may have reacted to certain situations, certain circumstances, certain things that have been said, and you have felt like, this isn't how I normally would, this isn't me, like I would never have reacted in this way. It's that I'm talking about. It's exactly that I am saying that actually, is that really you? Or was that a reaction to a trigger, to something that the narcissist had said to you to provoke you? And this is the thing that you have to really think about. I know that maybe not every single time this happened or this was done to you, but the majority of the times it could be that this person had made you react in a certain way. You weren't responding in a way that was congruent to you. You were reacting to something that was going on. So I really want you to consider this, because what you're doing here, if you're sitting here ruminating and overthinking about this and wanting the circumstances and things to be different, look, I'm not going to sit here and say you shouldn't be doing that, like that's not good, you know, you shouldn't be thinking about the narcissist, because it all has its time and place and everybody takes their own time. And everyone will come to the realization, but what you have to realize is, instead of you taking on the blame for everything that's happened, think about really, was that congruent part of you? Was that really you? You know, you being your authentic self, or were you being triggered into behaving in that way? And it doesn't matter what you would have said or what you would have done. The result would have been the same every single time, because that is what happens. The result would have been the same every single time. This relationship, like I always say, is not built to last, because this isn't about growing. This is about taking. This is about triggers. This is about trauma. This relationship isn't healthy. If it was healthy, you'd be in a completely different position right now. You wouldn't be watching these videos on narcissism, because this is the toxic, this is unhealthy dynamics that happen within a relationship. So it causes you to stay stuck, overthinking. and thinking, why this, why that, why, if I'd said this, or if I had done that, if I'd been completely different, would the narcissist have stayed? And I would say to you, no, because it would mean that maybe they would have stayed for a little bit longer, but the actual outcome of the relationship would have been this. Every single time, I guarantee it. Every single time it would have been this. Because it's like what I'm saying, like the narcissist is there to provoke. They want to get their needs met. And so in order for them to feel like they're getting their needs met, they need to provoke. They need to be in control. They need to be able to manipulate. They need to gaslight you into submission. So if you're validating them, if you're giving the narcissist what they want, then this is good for them. That's what they want. It's not about you. And I know that's really hard to accept and to understand, that actually none of this has ever been about you. It has always been about the narcissist and their needs. So once you recognize that, once you understand that, this will give you that peace. This will give you some sort of recognition for you, for your feelings, for the way that you are understanding this situation. You know, I know that you gave a lot of your heart and your soul into this, and I know that you had hoped that this relationship would have lasted and it would have been different to what it is. But actually, what you do have to understand is that it's something that is out of your control. This is someone who is very toxic. In order for them making you feel like this, you know, you have to understand that this person wasn't ever going to stick around. It wasn't going to be what you had believed or thought that it would be. So guys, if any of you are going through this right now, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. I've also got a mentorship, and I've also got a journal club. And if you're interested in joining either one of them, please do see the description box below. I've also got a Discord channel, which is comprised of like-minded individual people who have been through similar experiences that you have. And this is more like a peer support. It's absolutely free for you to join. And if you're interested, please do see the description box below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really, really hope that this video has helped, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.